should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. Preferably in a residential area.
The following thoughts on Happy Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Happy Hour. You're tuned in to Happy Hour, an hour where Happy rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Happy Hour is on now. Happy Hour is on now.
Yo, what's up? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Happy, and for the next hour, my goal in life is to change the way you think about things. For the next hour, I want my rants and my opinions to broaden your horizon. Today, we'll be really big on fake outrage because this country is going downhill when it comes to us being outraged by everything. But first, call me, 856-49-HAPPY. That is 856-49-HAPPY, and I will be sure to take your calls when I say all phone lines are open, because I don't have a I don't have a phone screener, rather, so I take the calls. So when I say all phone lines are open, call me, 856-49-HAPPY. Also, tweet at me, at Ryan Happy Radio, and I will be sure to see it in real time. And if you have the Happy Radio app, you can get in the Google Play and iPhone shop. Search up Happy Radio, HOPPE Radio, and you can chat me live when I'm doing the show. I don't care if you're in Cleveland or Tampa Bay, you can listen to me whenever you want. So if you want to wake up, and grab a nice cup of Joe and listen to my riveting Midwest twang while I rant, there you go. Get the app. Today is the last day for the controversial bidding this election season. So let's get the music going. We got to appreciate that the next 4 hours is the time before the ballots will be closing. Oh, man, it's going down to the wire. Oh, boy. Vote Happy Hour as best local podcast by the Creative Loafing. Go to tinyurl.com/vote for Happy Hour. That's tinyurl.com/vote for Happy Hour. I appreciate everybody who checks out the show. I appreciate everybody who gets the app, who tweets negative things at me, because you're listening anyway, who tweets positive things at me. The support by Tampa Bay and the record number listens in Cleveland really helps my motivation. So go to tinyurl.com/vote for Happy Hour. We have so much to get into, so it is time for This Week in Idiocracy.
Idiocracy is upon us. Hoppy is about to rant.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know? It's what they used to make Brondo. Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brondo's got electrolytes.
How did the world ever get like this?
I also broke my apartment to shit. Yeah. And you know what else? I object that he's not going to have any money to pay me after he pays back all the money he stole from the hospital.
Don't say I stole. You're my lawyer.
And I object that he interrupted me while I was watching Oh My Balls! That is not okay! I rest my case!
Your Honor, I'm pretty sure we have a mistrial here, sir.
I'm gonna mistrial my foot up your ass, you don't shut up.
You hear that music from Idiocracy, the scene when Luke Wilson crashes into Dax Shepard's house and he's confused by where the world is going. I kind of feel like that right now. With everything that's been going on with the election, with Trump saying outrageous things, it seems like the whole idea of fake outrage kind of died off because a potential president is encouraging, potentially assassinating the other presidential candidate. So what I'm getting at is, it seemed like being PC, politically correct, was done, and the whole thing of being outraged by words was over with. For the last 2 years I've been doing this show, 4 years I've been in radio, I've always preached that if you're offended by words, you're not very smart. You're very thin-skinned, and you need the attention, and you want to see someone else get in trouble because you're jealous of that person. Here is the latest case. And now listen. I would get if this was a shock jock or a controversial figure and they were saying something that you could maybe find offensive, then I'm sort of okay with them being forced to say they're sorry. But when it's everyone's favorite daytime talk show host, who is so politically correct, known as Ellen DeGeneres, when she's being accused of being racist after putting up a meme of her on Usain Bolts' back as he is jogging to the finish line. So you know that meme, that pic that was out of Usain Bolt looking back at everybody and he's just running fast, the runner in the Olympics? There was one of him with the crew from Scooby-Doo going after a ghost. Well, Ellen put one of her on his back. And here's what the tweet said. This is how I'm running errands from now on. The dead air was for a reason. It's just a pic of her with a nice smile on his back. Okay? How is that racist? Explain to me. Call me. The phone lines are open. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. Here's what I think happened. People saw that it was an African-American man. People saw that it was Ellen. It's kind of a lame meme. It's not funny. I didn't look at the pic and laugh. It's very corny, but Ellen has made a hell of a career by being a politically correct comedian that's actually been really good for the gay community. She was very successful on sitcoms. She's got a pretty good daytime talk show. It's not for me. It's not in my demographic, but I respect it. Ellen has always been a person that comes off likable. You hear that maybe behind the scenes, she's kind of a bitch and people don't get along with her. But the way she has portrayed herself on the shows and on her talk show, and whenever I've heard her in an interview, she at least acts like she cares. She at least acts like she's likable. Explain to me a time when Ellen DeGeneres would be the face of racism. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe her on Usain Bolt's back is racist. And this is just me being so outraged. I just don't get how people can get so mad where they're making her send out a tweet that says, I am highly aware of the racism that exists in our country. It is the furthest thing from who I am. Why are we making a corny female-based daytime talk show explain that she's not racist when we all knew that? The people that were offended by this are not very smart. The people that are offended by this and offended by her meme are the same people that are sitting at home watching her show, wishing they were her. There is nothing about Ellen DeGeneres' meme that is offensive. If it was that former shock jock that does that show in his basement, that had those racist tweets 2 years ago when he did it, I wouldn't find it racist either because I'm a fan of Anthony Cumia, but I would at least get the outrage. Or if it was some wacky morning DJ, or if it was some wacky figure. But she's 58 years old, and she has made a career of at least coming off classy. Here is what one of the responses was from an anonymous account, of course, because nobody's name is Mike Allen _47. You wouldn't say it to her face. You wouldn't call her racist because you have no social skills, and Ellen has never come off racist. Here is the tweet. You thought it'd be funny to post a pic of yourself riding on the back of a black man. Delete this racist garbage. Oh, my God. It wasn't like she said, do my errands now. It wasn't like she was saying, cook me dinner now. There was nothing offensive about it. She said, this is how I'm running errands now. Get it? Because we have so much time in a day. Get it, guys? Because sometimes there's traffic and sometimes airplanes are slow. And the joke was just get on Usain Bolt's back and you're going to get there and get things done more fast. There is nothing racist about this. Another tweet. Ayania said, you cannot even say sorry. I will never forgive you. This is utterly effing ridiculous. How dare you? My favorite part about Twitter, and whenever there's a tweet that's deemed controversial, my favorite part is these people go, I will never watch your show again. You are dead to me. And then their show just does fine. Listen, Mike Ellen _48. Do you think Ellen, even though she had to say she's sorry, she's going to be fine in the long haul? Is her show going to get canceled because Mike Ellen _48 is offended? Is she going to lose her sponsors? And is she going to be kind of like the new Michael Richards of 2016, where she'll never work again? No. You guys are a bunch of losers who have no sense of humor, no personality, and not much going for you. And I'm not even trying to be a mean shock jock. But there's no other explanation when you're offended over a meme. If you get that riled up and that angry and that furious over a meme, you have bigger issues in life. Whatever intern thought this was a good idea should be fired immediately. No. I hope that intern gets a promotion for at least trying to be funny on Twitter. Ugh. There's not much more to the article. It's really, really sad when she's forced to say she's sorry. I get why Ellen did it. I really, really get it. Because she's been a clean-cut comedian, and she's very likable, and she's never said anything that's outspoken. So she's going to want to keep as many viewers as possible. So I get why she said she was sorry. If I was Ellen, I wouldn't have said I'm sorry. I just wouldn't. But then you're going to have even more controversy. So we all know she has a great PR team and great lawyers, and this is going to get swept under the rug. But come on. At the end of the day, to the people that were so offended and so outraged over this meme, were you not able to sleep at night? Were you not able to function when you were having relations with your significant other? Were you not able to put the key in your car and drive to work? If you're at the gym, was this so offensive and you were so angry that you weren't able to do some dumbbells? Were you not able to kiss your kid at night because you were so outraged you couldn't look at another human being in the eyes? Were you so offended that when you were eating dinner and you had your fork, you didn't have the energy to pick up the fork and dig into your TV dinner because you were so offended? No. This is a case where everybody wants to get the famous people in trouble because it makes them feel like they have a power trip. And if that is what you get excited from, if you get that passionate and that happy over somebody getting in trouble, you have mental issues and you need to start taking meds because you are bat crap crazy. We will be right back on Happy Hour. I got yelled at by Facebook because I would play music that is licensed, you know. Oh, no, because a podcast is playing a song. How is Bow Wow going to survive with his net worth? So I can't play music anymore when I do a live Facebook Live. So I'm going to begin playing classical music in between the breaks because I can't do a show for a whole hour in a row. And I'm going to play the commercials for my sponsors. So we will be right back on Happy Hour. After this, do not touch that computer mouse, that tablet, or however the hell you're listening to this riveting show known as Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Happy Hour. Happy Hour is live. Pot it up.
All right, we are back on Happy Hour. Call me, 856-49-HAPPY. That is 856-49-HAPPY. The phone lines are open. Tweet at me, at Ryan Happy Radio. And I appreciate everybody that's watching on Happy TV, or Happy Hour Live, rather. Go to tinyurl.com/Happy Hour Live. It's tinyurl.com/Happy Hour Live. You can see the full archive of this riveting show I do. We have so much to get into. So I saw this headline, and I don't know. It's just really sickening that people can think that being gay or being straight or being asexual is a choice and that you can get cured from it. And I thought we were making a progress when it comes to how the world views being gay and just whatever you are in 2016. But then you have this buffoon known as Donnie McClurkin, who is a former gay preacher who revealed to be dating female gospel singer after God cured him of the curse of homosexuality. This guy is the definition of scum. This guy is the definition of an attention whore. This guy is the definition of a loser. Maybe he's bisexual. And maybe he doesn't have attraction to men anymore. And maybe he is into girls now. But you weren't cured of it, buddy. There's no taking back the gay sex you had and the gay emotions you had. And whenever you would watch gay porn, there's no curing it. And I even hate using the word cure because there's nothing wrong with it. But hey, man, Donnie McClurkin, what was it that you did that cured you of it? Did you get baptized? Did you work out and it just kind of bled out of you? Like when you were sweating, you just sweated the gayness out of you? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. And I'll be honest, I never, ever was against gay rights. But I'll be honest, like 5-6 years ago when I was 16, 17, I was very naive. I would go, wow, that guy's gay. And I wouldn't look at them differently, but I'd be like, whoa, he's gay. Now I can care less what you do. As long as you don't try to grab my junk in public, I can care less who you sleep with. Because we're all human beings at the end of the day. So this guy, Donnie McClurkin, is a scumbag. A popular preacher who claims that God cured him of his gayness is in a relationship with a female gospel singer. Donnie McClurkin, age 56, is dating Nicole C. Mullen, the pair has revealed. This after a false report emerged that they were engaged to be married. It wasn't false. They just said, wait. Let's cool on it right now. Let's embrace the fact that I've been cured of gayness and make a TV show and kind of drag this out. Trust me when I say this scumbag Donnie McClurkin will have a TV show or something. Because if you loved her, you would get married right now. If you're so cured of being gay, you'd get married right now. Why wait? Life's short. But no. You're a scumbag that's in this for the attention because you don't have any personality and you're not talented as a preacher. Because I'm not really into religion. I find it to be BS. But you represent why everyone hates on religion. You scumbag leech. Quite the rant. On Thursday's episode of Praise the Lord, a faith-based talk show, host Matt Couch said, okay, are you ready for something? You may want me to drop the mic. Donnie McClurkin's getting married. Come on. And we will get to that and more. But my guy, Kevin Howley, is on Happy Hour right now. He's giving me a call. What's up, Kevin? What do you have to say?
I want to talk about Donnie, man.
What do you have to say, man?
I want to say that, whether or not he's an attention whore doesn't mean that he can't unsuck a dick, man.
It doesn't even matter, man, if you perform or not. Because sometimes maybe there's a gun to your head. That's not, the sex act part doesn't matter. What I don't like is he's making it seem like if you perform an act on a man and you want to do that and that's what you want to do, he's making it seem like it's a negative thing. All he has to say is, I don't swing that way, but I'm bi now. I have come to figure out that I'm bi and I like women and men. But for him to even put this annotation out there that he's been cured, it makes it seem like being cured by being gay is sort of like being cured of leukemia or being cured of a bad cold when you go to Walgreens and you get the cough medicine. That's what I don't like about this scumbag Donnie McClurkin, is that he's implying that being gay is wrong. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and it's not. It shouldn't be viewed that way at all. And that was just a little bit of a rib on the guy that I mentioned there. But, it's like it's shedding a bad light on it, not only on the religion and his position in it, but the whole subject matter in general. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's, no pun intended. It just doesn't make any sense. And, I like to think that sometimes I might be an attention whore. It makes me laugh. But that guy going out and what is he trying to accomplish? Why even bring it up?
Here's what I don't like, too, is he's not denying the claim that he might get married. He said they're just not ready. Dude, you're 58 years old. What are you waiting for, to turn 59 and that's a better year? You're just prolonging this for the attention, you piece of scum, imbecile. God.
It's ridiculous.
And I try not to be outspoken, and I try not to be a shock jock where I say mean things, but when you're implying that someone's sexuality is a crime or it's negative, F you, man. Yeah. You're what's wrong with this country, man. Shut up.
You're right, man. Hoppy, you're 100% right with that because, to each his own, different strokes for different folks. You should not, judge somebody based on their sexual orientation. Now, if you're a sexual deviant or if you're a predator, that's completely different. But just because somebody is gay doesn't make them a predator. It doesn't make them any different than anybody else. It's just a preference. Now, whether you're born with it or for the guy to say he's cured of it, come on. Really? Come on.
I love this quote, too. He said, when it comes to money, I'm ready for marriage. I'm good. Religiously,
what?
And then he goes, religiously, I'm almost there. Emotionally, I'm close. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what it's like to get married or have a kid, but I've heard there's never the perfect time. It's just when you go, let's do it. Whatever. This guy is an absolute scumbag who's going to milk this, and he's going to get attention on TMZ. He's getting attention on this little podcast out of Tampa, and that's what he wants. Yep. But the problem is that the media and the talk shows and everyone that's talking about this scumbag, they're treating it as actual news when this guy is nothing more than a phony. And I wouldn't be surprised if the reason he's not getting married to the girl that he loves so much is the fact that he's going to milk this for 6 months. I bet he hasn't even been cured of being gay, quote unquote. I bet he's sleeping with dudes behind the scenes. I think he's doing this for attention to make it all about Donnie McClurkin. And within 6 months, by 2017, we're going to find out that they've broken up. And they'll be like, we were there financially. We were there religiously, but we didn't get there emotionally. This guy is nothing more than an attention whore. He is the religious preacher version of the Kardashians. Actually, I respect the Kardashians more. Recently, I have come to respect them. They know that they're in it for sex. They know that they sell their bodies. And they're cool with that. They take selfies and they make money off of it. You have to respect the empire that Kris Jenner has made and that Paris Hilton tried to make. They were in it for sex. Yeah. I respect a girl that does 1,000 pornos more than this scumbag of a preacher, because at least they're real. Yeah. This guy's nothing more than a phony who's in it for attention.
He's a complete phony.
F you.
Dude, he's just making it up. He's just making stuff up to become popular. It's almost like fake outrage, like the other side of the spectrum. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard to describe. I mean, you're doing a great job, but you think about it. What is he really saying? What is he really trying to say?
Here's what he's saying. These gay tendencies surfaced between a broken man at 8 years old who was made fun of. No, it doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. Here's how it works. Your parents have sex. Then 9 months later, your mom pops out this kid, and you're born gay. There's no switching. Oh, I'm gay at 8 years old, but now at 59, I'm not gay. No. It doesn't work that way, Donnie McClurkin. You're born, and you have the tendencies.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt your rant here. Let me ask you something, though. I agree with you on that. You definitely can be born gay. I mean, I've seen children at the schools my kids have gone to that are clearly gay, at 10 years old, 12 years old, whatever. Not a lot, but it's like 1 or 2 here and there. But once let's say you decide that as you grow into adolescence, that you like the same sex, whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Now, is there any going back after that? After you've decided or you've been born into that lifestyle, once you've accepted it, is there really any going back? I don't think so. I think that's who you are. It's just who you are. Now, this guy's got some dilemma. He's almost there emotionally. Get out of here with that. To me, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, my God. You're going to get even more mad. Some have no desire to change this choice, but there are countless numbers of people who are not happy with this life because people aren't completely embraced with being gay in 2016 because you have bigots like him that make the people that are gay or transgendered nervous and uncomfortable to come out because they don't feel like they're accepted. Yeah. So F you and your propaganda. God damn it. Here's what else he said. They were thrust into homosexuality by neglect, abuse, and being touched. No. They are born to become pedophiles if you touch them. I do believe that. If they are touched and they are neglected, they then become a Jeffrey Dahmer or a thug in life. That's the one way you can change a kid, is by putting them around a certain influence. But being touched or being made fun of or being told you're a loser doesn't make you want to give a guy oral sex. It doesn't work that way.
Thank you.
Shut up. All right, before I let you go, Kevin, plug the roast that I will be doing for you tomorrow. Even though I'm not a comedian and I won't be doing jokes, I'm going to be there hanging out, so plug it.
Hell yeah. The Kevin Holly Show tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Spreaker.com. Just do a / The Kevin Holly Show, a quick search. Hoppy, you're going to be my roast master, my friend. I can't wait for that. I've got some wireless mics that we just brought into the studio, and I've got some roasters that are going to guest. And I'm going to sit there and just take the heat, man. So it's going to be a little bit vulgar, I'm sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't say enough to thank you for that, man. It's going to be great. I think you're going to be a great roast master because, you've got that aura that you're tall, you're a handsome young man. I think you're going to command the room well. It's not a very big room. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun, man. You're going to meet some new people and a couple of friends of mine that are in some bands locally here in the Tampa Bay area that have also been nominated for Best of the Bay. I know the voting ended today. But yeah, definitely check out the Kevin Holly Show tomorrow night. Ryan Hoppy, guest roast master for the first ever roast of the Kevin Holly Show.
I will be the host of the event hanging out. I can't promise I will have any jokes because I'm not a guy that comes up with jokes on the spot. I'm actually kind of awkward in public. So I will be hanging out there. There will be plenty of people that will do the roast of you, but I'm not going to be like Jeff Ross or Lisa where I'm like doing a roast. I'm coming to hang out with one of the best podcasts in this area, the Kevin Holly Show.
Thanks, man. Thank you, sir. You know what? Just pass the mic around and have a good time. That's all that we're all trying to do. That's all. I'll take the heat.
Where is this located at?
Have fun.
Where can they come see it? The roast of Kevin Holly.
Oh, well, it's going to be live in the Kevin Holly Studios in the Dump Towers in Newport Richie. So it's not really much of a live event, my friend. It's just going to be in studio live. So,
I will be sure to tweet it out.
Plug the address on your show because it is a big parking lot. We can hold a lot of people, but the office is really small.
Here's what I'll do. I will be sure to tweet out because people check social media at 2 p.m. I'll be sure to tweet out that I'm going to be the host of it. And then what I'm going to do is retweet whatever you need me to do during the event so they can check it out.
Cool. That sounds great, man. I appreciate that. I really do. And I look forward to hanging out with you again. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone's going to have a good time. We've got guys from Slingshot Robot, the band The Harvest, of course, Pops, Jaybird, and hopefully Homeless Chuck will be there as well. And Soldier Boy Danny B will be there to roast me. It's going to be a lot of good times, man. It's going to be quite vulgar, I'm sure. These guys told me to bring the anal-ese, so...
Well, dude,
see how that goes.
Keep up the good work, and I will see you in about 22 hours. Sounds good, my man?
All right, bro. Thanks for having me on the show, man. Have a great show. Good night, everybody.
Peace out, dude. Now is my guy, Kevin Holly of the Kevin Holly Show. I will be the roast host tomorrow, rather. I'm not a guy that comes up with jokes. I'm not a funny guy. I'm a guy that hosts a podcast where I rant about the news. So I can't promise that I'll bring any jokes, but I'm very honored that he would want me to host his roast. All right, here's the deal. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap up Happy Hour, do some quick plugs, and talk about the Chicago Cubs and how I'm very angry at them. But first, call me. 856-49-HOPPY. That is 856-49-HOPPY. Tweet me at Ryan Hoppy Radio and get the Hoppy Radio app in the Google Play and iPhone shop. Search up Hoppy Radio, HOPPE Radio, and there you can chat me live. We will be right back on Happy Hour.
Happy Hour.
All right, we're about to wrap everything up here with Happy Hour. But first, I don't want to dwell into this too much because I'm from Chicago and I love the Cubs. I haven't had a chance to watch them very much. I've probably watched 20 minutes of the Cubs since they first got Joe Madden. Because what happened was they got Joe Madden as the manager from the Tampa Bay Rays, and then I moved to Cleveland to work for Rovers Morning Glory. Then I moved to Tampa here, and both towns don't air Cubs games because you're not in the home market. And I don't have the package to watch games because it's a lot of money. And watching it on First Row Sports, those online sites where you can watch the games, it's really hard to watch baseball. I can watch NBA or NFL, but hockey and baseball, it's real hard to pay attention. So I'm actually kind of sad that I haven't been able to watch the Cubs, but it's just really sad because it seemed like finally you're 20 games above 500. You're first in the NL Central. This could be the year. It's been 108 years since they've won the World Series. You have a manager that's been very successful. You got players that are likable. And then you have this crap that happens. And it's just really heartbreaking because the Cubs have always been the lovable losers. And this makes us look really bad. And I use the word makes us as if I'm a part of the team. Cubs say sorry for playing Prodigy song Smack My Bitch Up as Aroldis Chapman goes towards the dugout. So here's what happened. They had to say they're sorry for playing the song. The song, which has the line, change my pitch up, smack my bitch up, is not suitable for families. And it's really awkward when it's used for Aroldis Chapman. That's because the pitcher served a 30-day suspension at the beginning of the season for allegedly choking his girlfriend. Come on! Come on, guys. If this was the WWE or TNA, I would get it. But professional sports is supposed to be rated G on the field. If you know athletes in real life, a lot of times they're not very smart and they do beat up their significant others, you know? And a lot of times they do things like DUIs and smoking weed and just partying, things that aren't the most respectable, and that's why they should not be role models. But during the 9 innings that they play, or the 4 quarters that they play, or the 3 periods, that's when kids are looking up to them. And for the Chicago Cubs, whoever that moron is that runs the music, to have the idea in his head to play Smack My Bitch Up when Aroldis Chapman came up, you're scum. You make my city look even worse. Chicago's already getting a bad rap for all the crime that is going on and for having a scumbag mayor. Then the one thing that is the bright, shining part of Chicago, the one thing that I'm proud of is saying the Cubs are good. And then you have this. Come on. The 1997 song was played at the Cubs' home ground of Wrigley Field after Chapman had finished pitching the 9th inning and was walking to the dugout. This choice of a track showed a lack of judgment by our team, said Cubs President Crane Kenny. I hope whoever played the song got fired and is banned. I hope he gets the blacklist from the MLB, you classless loser. We have terminated our relationship with the employee responsible for making the selection and will be putting new, harder controls to review and approve music during the games. I really want to meet the dude who thought it was okay to play Smack My Bitch Up. Not even just because the guy is an alleged wife beater. Just the fact that you're at a fun area. They're called the friendly confines for a reason. Cubs games have a great environment. You got hot girls, you got happy drunk people, and then you got great families there. And somehow, in some way, all that madness has been controlled, and it's a really good environment at Wrigley Field. And for this dude to even think about playing the music, you're just making the team look even worse. It's a way to make fun of us even more. You might as well go to the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago and just get a goat and just have it run across the field and get Bartman and have him wear his headset again. I mean, are you trying to curse us? I'm not saying I completely believe in curses, but what I am saying is you gotta let the Cubs season play out. And I would love to hear his reasoning when he thinks playing Smack My Bitch Up is a good idea in any sort of way. It's kind of like if he were to go up and play that song by Gucci Mane, I'm a dog, I'm a treat her like a dog, beat her like a dog, because I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I mean, music that's about abusing women or just music that's very violent is just uncomfortable. And I would love to have his reasoning about why he thinks it's a good idea. So Aronis Chapman was suspended on March 1st. He was alleged to have choked his girlfriend after an argument in October last year. Although there was a cop report that said there was no injuries and no redness on her neck or dress. Chapman said she fell over when she admitted when he poked her with his fingers. And he admitted to punching a window and shooting a gun several times in the garage. That's a really lame excuse. I didn't touch her, guys. I just poked her. And she fell back. That's when you know you've been caught red-handed. When you say, I just poked her, I didn't hurt her, and then she fell back. Nobody gets suspended 30 games by the MLB for just poking your girlfriend. I went on a date kind of last weekend with a girl, and she was like, wow, you're ticklish, and she was tickling me. Should I cry wolf and fall back in my seat and go, she beat me up? Come on. There's no such thing as poking a girl and then all of a sudden she has bruises. The guy said, Aronis Chapman, here's what he has said about the incident. I want to be clear. I did not in any way harm my girlfriend that night. However, I should have exercised better judgment. If you didn't harm her that night, and you didn't do anything to your girlfriend, why are you saying you're sorry? And why are you saying that you should have had better judgment? If all you did was just shoot a few rounds in the house, but it wasn't at her, maybe it was just for aggression. If you're so sorry, what's there to say sorry for? If you didn't do it, if all you did was just poke her, no. It's because you did it, bro. I mean, just, oh, I did. I just poked her. Come on. All right. I am out of energy. It's been quite the show where I've ranted a lot. So happy hour is about to end. I know everybody is really sad. No one's going to be able to sleep at night because they're like, no, happy's over with. Oh, man. But we will get through it together, folks.
Happy hour. Happy hour.